Hi friends, Angie Cuckoo, bringing you guys just a fun little easy Easter DIY on this Friday. So what I'm going to do is I've gathered up my supplies and I'm going to make a few Easter topiaries. Now I was in the Dollar Tree and I saw these pretty little eggs and I thought that they would be really cute on one of these foam cones as a little Easter tree. And so I picked up two of each, two cones, two bags. Now their little pots come in a pack of two, so that was just $1. And I did test it and they look like they fit perfectly. Now I may not end up using these pots because I have two candle holders that they fit on really nicely, and I might do that instead. But for anyone else, if you're interested, they do have these pots. They're the 2-pack of clay pots, and they're small, but they're a big small, if that makes any sense. And then I did get a pack of moss. I've already opened this because I was using it for another project. And so I'm just going to go ahead and plug in my hot glue gun and start gluing the moss and eggs down on the trees. So I'll show you as they come along. And if you wanted to and you're going to use the clay pots, you could paint these. You could do a pastel or white, anything you liked. But yeah, I just saw two of the candle holders I have that are very similar that I may just put these on top of. But just a fun little Easter DIY this Friday. So I will bring you guys along as I get this done. Alright, so here we go. I decided to leave the plastic on the foam just because I think it'll help the moss stick a little bit better with the hot glue. So I'm just taking the hot glue and doing like a ribbon of it, and then dropping the moss on it and pressing it down. I did glue on a few eggs to see if I needed to maybe cut these in half to have enough to cover the whole thing, but I don't think I will need to do that. So yeah, I'm just taking, it is a mess though, you guys, so I probably should have put down a cloth. So I'm just going to take my glue like this and go back and forth and make a ribbon. And then without touching it, I'm just laying the moss on top. And then once I get enough on, I'll pat it, but not, you know, heavily where I'll burn myself or anything, but just to layer it like that and just continue on till it's covered, and then we'll do the eggs. Alright, so far I've got one done and one just covered with moss. I wanted to show you guys. I just completely covered it with the moss and only got one hot glue gun burn, so that's good. This is one of the little pedestals I was talking about, so I think I am going to use these instead of these, but yeah, I had them on hand and it just occurred to me that they're going to work out for what I was wanting. And so this one, you can see I went ahead and I hot glued on the eggs, and I may pick up one more pack. I'm gonna do both of these and get them up where I want them, but then I'm going to go ahead and probably pick up one more pack to fill in a few of the spaces, like right there. And I had some raffia on hand, not raffia, I take that back, you guys, burlap ribbon, and I had bought some really neat wreaths that I'll be showing you in an upcoming haul from Walmart, and they had all kinds of burlap ribbon on them that I pulled off right away. I like the burlap, but not the way they had done it. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold this in half. It's actually doing it by itself in some sections, and I'm gonna pull like 2 threads right here out one end and just continually pull them, and what that'll do is that'll create a ruffle like you can see here. And then I thought it needed a little something at the bottom, and I had this ribbon around. I was going to trash it, and I thought of that. So I'm really liking how that turned out, actually. So let me get a hold of two of those threads and pull them so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright guys, so I was able to pull out two pieces of the burlap, and then as you can see, when you start pulling it, it just creates a ribbon effect, and that's just this leftover scrap burlap ribbon, and it kind of folds itself in half as you pull on them. So I'm going to continue to do that, and then once I get it all pulled, I will hot glue it to the bottom of this one, and you can see what that's going to look like there. Alright, there you have it. I've got both of the trees with that little bit of burlap ribbon and the green moss and one pack of eggs. So I would say if you're going to do this and you want a really full look, to go ahead and either cut the eggs in half or get an extra pack. So I'll probably pick up an extra pack this week sometime and add to it. But I have these two candlesticks that are kind of similar in design, and I really like how they turned out on here. Now again, I think if you had painted these white and hot glued them on top, that is also just adorable. You could even do a ribbon around it if you wanted to, but I'm sure there's probably a million versions of this on YouTube. I haven't even checked. It's just something that I wanted for the house. So hope you guys enjoyed this little Friday DIY, and I'll see you guys in the next one.